Dominique, I'm going to come to you because I find this a fascinating topic, so I do, because there is this absolute mismatch. I blame it on things like the adverts. I don't know what advertisers are doing. All of the adverts seem to feature, a demographic that does not represent the country, and I wonder why, and then I ponder, is that a problem or not?
I mean, the issue is, because of what we're seeing on TV adverts, and because of what's shoved down our throats by a London-centric mainstream media, people often get incorrect perceptions about the demographics of this country. And you could say that's a positive, you could say that's a negative, but I think in many ways it makes people feel as though there is some sort of agenda to deliberately overrepresent and underrepresent certain groups, which then obviously leads to division, societal breakdown, accusations of racism from both sides. But the fact of, when you look at the facts, black people, for example, are overrepresented on television. I think we're represented about 6% of TV adverts feature black people when we make up about 3.1% of the population. The Daily Mail did a study that says ethnic minorities make up 22% of actors and presenters, despite only representing 12% of the British population. This is obviously a part of some sort of diversity drive, but I don't think it does, ethnic minorities any justice by giving them roles just because of their skin colour. Even with regards to transgender people, we're always having this debate about transgender issues in this country. You'd think that there were transgender people everywhere. That's why we need to change the bathrooms. That's why we need gender-neutral language. When the fact of the matter is, they make up less than 1% of the population. So who are we actually trying to serve? It's just left-wing people, I'm afraid, and woke people trying to find ways to pat themselves on the back, and it doesn't really serve anyone.
Well, as a left-wing person, I actually believe in universalism, as left-wing people used to, that actually what unites us is more important than what divides us. That's gone. But I think what's important about this story is that if you look at the press release, they want to say that it's the woke media skewing perceptions of ethnic diversity. But this poll was asked of about 1,800 people. And I'd like to know where those 1,800 people were located, because what they're trying to say is you watch TV, viewer, and you can't be trusted because you see these things and you don't think about it. That's your perception of the world. But actually, if you live in London, if you live in a big city, actually these perceptions are not far off.
Yeah, that's
true. The poll said that people thought 14% of the country was Muslim. Well, 15% in London is Muslim. 45% is white in London. So it's actually not that far off. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful with this kind. Exactly, it is London-centric. But you have to be careful with this kind of thing because we call this a media effects theory, and it's often used as a justification for censorship because it says you viewers are too stupid to make sense of what you're viewing on TV. You voted Brexit because you saw a shiny bus. You see adverts and you just act. You're not a thinking human. You have to be very careful about these kinds of things. Yes, we're reeled in with this idea, it's the woke media, but actually it's an attack on people, and it's saying, we have to be careful what we put on the media because people are stupid and they can't think and they just imbibe what they see. When actually what's interesting about this is if you live in a city, that perception is not that far off.